Hello everyone and welcome to another premiere draft of Neon Dynasty. Okay, it's a very strong pack. In fact, the land is good. Sorry, the rare land is good, mostly because of the double utility in just taking up a land slot and also being a useful a kind of a spell effect. When you don't need the land, the Life of Toshiro Umezawa is one of the best uncommons in the set. I do like the Goshintai as well, but this would be the first pick over the Goshintai, definitely. Seismic Wave, Intercessor's Arrest, and the Twisted Embrace. Embrace are decent removal spells. I think the pick here has to still be the Life of Toshiro Umezawa. It does multiple things, and then becomes a creature. All this for 2 mana. Definitely the most interesting first option here. Okay then. There is the Invoke Justice, but it is a quadruple caster. It is quite tough to pick it. If my first pick was white, I think I would be willing to try to get this work. But it requires so many white sources though, and there are a couple of decent black options. The Prowler and the Virus Beetle are good ones. I think it's gonna be one of them because not counting the rare, the other cards in this pack are not that amazing. So it's better to stick to black here. And I do like the Virus Beetle quite a lot. The Prowler is quite decent. Sometimes you can get some nice effect from the ETB stuff. So let's take that 2 mana 3/1 here now. Okay, then black has to be rather open. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. 1 rare has been taken. All the 4 uncommons are here. It's a 4 uncommons instead of 3 because of the saga in here. The uncommon sagas in this set will take their own. It doesn't take up the slot from the other 3 uncommons. All right, and someone took a common as well from this pack. Well, the rare could be anything. The common could be something that's still black, maybe. But I mean, these are very strong black cards. The question is, which one of these is the pick here? Because I really have been impressed by the Gravelighter. I think I would have taken the Long Reach of Night a bit earlier, but now I think the Gravelighter is just better. Okay, I'll take it. I think it is the better card. And here, I guess this is the first non-black card, but I will still refrain from picking any other colors. Although, based on this pack, green seems to be somewhat open. I like the Fang of Shigeki, and I think the Azusa's Many Journeys is still good. It is a 2 mana 3/3 with a delay, but at least you get the life there to to pay for the the fact that you have to wait for a bit until you get to do anything with the creature part of the card. But yes, the pick is going to be the high speed hoverbike. It is the best card in the pack, I think, especially considering it is the just colorless card. Okay, this pack has interesting options. I like the the green 2-drop. I do like the Colossal Sky Turtle, which I think is the best card in the pack, but it is something I'm gonna pick right now here. Inkrise Infiltrator always works nicely if I get some ninjas. I have 1 ninja currently, but it is totally reasonable 2-drop. I might just take it. Thirst for Knowledge is okay, but I don't think it's that amazing in this set. I do like the Infiltrator though. I have 1 ninja already. I think I'll take the Infiltrator. The Colossal Sky Turtle would make me able to still play like green-black, and then I could splash the blue, for instance. But I think I'll just stay black here and take the totally reasonable 2-drop here. Alright, so I have a pretty late Kami's Flare here. The other options are Searchlight Companion. I guess the green cards are at least playable. Kami of Restless. Now I think it's gonna be the Kami's Flare here. Pretty easy. And here I get a Heiko Yamazaki. That's a good one. It's not that hard to get some artifacts when you are black, and of course red. I also have already 2 artifacts, so I think it's a really easy pick now that I took the Kami's Flare. there are some interesting white options here. Well, mostly maybe the era of enlightenment, but I think it is really easy. You can just net card. You can just net cards by having this thing in your deck. Now I would want to have some samurai or warrior. There's not a lot of them in black, but for example, this thing will turn into a samurai, and there's the common 3-drop that is going to be a is it a samurai or a warrior? And now I'm getting another grave lighter. That's a really easy pick here. Also very late grave lighter here. So I get this pack back where the Goshinta is still around. There's also the Searchlight Companion, which wouldn't be that bad. Also a Covered Technician, definitely a good one for this deck that has some evasive creatures already, but I don't think I'm gonna move away from red here. So I take the Goshintai because it is a better thing to have than the companion, unless you have like a lot of ninjas, which I don't have now and probably won't have too many of. It was an artifact also which works with Heiko Yamazaki, but I don't think it's good enough reason to not pick the 2/2 first striker. This thing has just, stat wise it's just pretty decent. 2/2 first striker for a 3 is good. Alright, I take the PLS Samurai now. Because I do have the Heiko Yamazaki, this also has many, so I might have an easy way to attack with this and combine with the other samurai here. Okay, Brute Suit, Explosive Entry. This is a best of 1 draft, so I don't like the Explosive Entry that much. Artifacts aren't as frequent to see as enchantments are, so this only deals with artifacts. Yeah, I think the Brute Suit is, not amazing, but it's reasonable. And here I can take the Steelbreaker. Also another warrior for the Heiko Yamazaki, it's also an artifact. And here I'm not playing the puppet, so I'm just take the uncommon here. Guess I can take the Kami of Restless Shadow, but I don't think I have a lot of ninjas or rogues here. What's the last card? Reconnaissance Bargain, that's a playable one, but as you can see I have 13 playable cards in here, so I don't think I'm gonna fit that into the deck. Alright, so I have 1 ninja, no rogues, so the Kami of Restless Shadow is definitely not main deckable here. Well, this is an easy one. I get a Goro, just a bum rare, let's take it. Also, there's a Goshintai for the black, so it would be interesting to get that. Is there a chance to get it back? So, well, there are some decent cards here. I also have multiple cards I wouldn't mind having, like a Searchlight Companion, Simeon Sling, Mukotai Ambusher, maybe even the Dokuchi Shadow Walker here. But anyway, let's take this great 2-drop here. And now this cares about having modified creatures, so I might want to try to make that happen somehow, because currently I don't really have do I have any way to have modified creatures. I actually do not, so it's not so great now. But this, even without the 5 mana activation, this is a 2 mana 2/2 that can give itself and other creatures haste by using 1 red mana. That's already pretty good. Alright, so well, this pack doesn't help me getting any modified stuff. What is the pick then? Don't think I care about the 1/3, the 1/4 too much here. It's not the kind of deck that cares about it. I think this pack just doesn't have anything I care about. I'll take the rare for 20 gems, I guess, because this really, I'm gonna be black-red, and this pack, this is a best of 1 draft, no sideboard options or anything. I'm sure I'm not gonna play the 1/4 in this deck. Alright, now that's a great green card here. So let's see. This is not a great pack. This is one way to make a modified creature, but it's not really good enough. Just for the Goro. It's actually quite a bad card, actually. Alright, so weak stuff. I don't like any of these too much. I guess I can take the return to action. It can do some nice work with the Grave Lighters, actually. Let's take that, because I'm not moving to green or anything. I'll just pass those. Yeah, let's take this. Okay, something good, maybe. Well, there is something decent here. Leech Gauntlet is totally reasonable 2-drop. It's an artifact for the Heiko Yamazaki to return, and also an expensive way to make a modified creature if I actually can, do the dragon thing with the Goro here. So, easy pick here. And then another Heiko Yamazaki. Thing is, I'm not sure if I should kind of go too deep with that plan. I do have a couple of, well, I guess exactly 2 4-drops here. So curve wise I could take it, but I do like the voltage surge. It's not great against all decks because some decks are just, you know, those kind of 4-color heavy, you know, large creatures, filled with large creatures and all that. But also there are aggressive decks in this format, and you care about having 1 mana removal in that case. So I think the voltage surge is the pick now. And how about this pack? There's a glowing torment. Probably won't fit the deck because this is 17 in cards. Although there are some cards I don't mind cutting. I take it because it's the only card I could think about playing from that pack. Alright, I don't think another brute suit is what I want to be doing. I don't think I'm gonna play anything here. Just take the discard spell. Alright, another steel breaker. I guess it's fine. A pretty bad pack too, actually. But now I got a couple of these cards back that I wanted to have. So not the Shadow Walker, I'm not that interested in that, but the Ambusher and the Simian Sling are the interesting options here. And I think the Simian Sling is here for the one reason, and it's the Goro Goro here. This is an easy way to make a modified creature to make the dragon thing happen. I'm not going to play the Shattered States era, so I'll just take the uncommon for vault value here, and suppose I can now take the Crackling Emergence, which I'm doubting. I don't think I'm gonna play it, but it's the only card for my colors. And same applies for the Kami of Industry. I don't think this deck cares about a 5 mana 3/6. Okay, I got the Scrounger back. I think I took something like a rare. I red drafted the Arizona, I think, over that thing. Okay, I got the Puppet still and Forest. Alright, so Ishin, not really even worth splashing. It's just not good enough stats, and the ability is really mediocre. Okay, does this pack have something good? Well, it does have a Dokuchi Silencer, which I think is okay, but not amazing. But I think I'm just taking the Bloodfell Caves. That makes my mana better for free, and I have, well, this is 24 cards for now, but a bunch of them are cards I don't mind cutting, but I have a full pack here left to find some better card for my deck, so I think I just should take the land that makes my mana better. Yeah, I'm not that big fan of the Dokuchi Silencer. Alright, so this pack has, well, it has good stuff, but I think the Circuit Mender is the best card out of those options, so let's take that. How many 3-drops I have? I have quite a few of them. Maybe some of them will not be played. I think I will cut the Undercity Scrounger right away, and also cut maybe something like, how many creatures that is? 15, that's how many sagas? 1, so that's total of 16 creatures. Well, maybe I won't be cutting anything for now. Okay, I get a Goshin tie again. By the way, yeah, I didn't get back the Black Shrine. Would have been interesting to do that. So any ways to make my creatures modified? Not really. The Unforgiving one is not doing much at all in here. Don't know even if I care about another 3-drop here, because I really don't actually. How about the Aki Ronin? Do I need a 2-drop here? Guess I could see playing it, but I could take the Uncharted Haven too. I think I'll take the land here. Not as good as the black-red one, because you only, well, you don't get the life point, and of course you only get to add 1 color, but it still makes your mana better. Alright, so here, Enormous Energy Blade. Yeah, that's one way to make a modified creature. Also the Ecologist Terrarium is, I could play this as my land number 17 maybe. The Upriser Renegade usually requires a little bit more than what I have here. I have very few ways to make modified creatures. I want to make the Goro Goro a threatening, and the 5 mana activation a threatening, and that Ecologist Terrarium helps there, and I can just play this in place of a land, so I guess I'll do that. Okay, Leech Gauntlet, Simian Sling. Okay, this one has, there's also Scrap Wielder, by the way, which I I have of course 10 artifacts here. Well, not all of them will be played, but it is decent. The thing just is that I care about the Leech Gauntlet 2, the Simian Sling. Maybe it is still gonna be the Scrap Welder, but it's a tough one. It is a tough one for sure. Here, just not gonna play anything. I'll take the rare for 20 gems. Okay, Twisted Embrace, pretty late. Pick 7. Nice. I wouldn't mind having the Mukota Ambusher, but of course this is the pick easily. Didn't expect to get such a high quality removal spell at pick number 7. And here I could again pick the Ambusher or just the You Are Already Dead, which is, you know, fine but not exciting. I guess I'll take the creature. I get the Silencer back, which is not a surprise actually. Don't think it's that amazing. The question is, am I gonna pick it over the Iron Apprentice? Because this could be also interesting. It also makes me a modified creature for the Goro Goro. I just don't think the Silencer is that good. It's a 2-mana 2/1 too often when you don't have a lot of evasion. It's gonna be better in black and blue decks for sure. Alright, so here, Kami of Terrible Secrets. Don't think it's gonna fit the deck. So I don't think I want to play 2 Uncharted Havens either, so I'll just take the uncommon here. Alright, and here, just take the uncommon. I'm not gonna play any of this. And here I could consider running the Energy Blade. I don't think I will, but it's more likely that I will play it than 2 Glowing Torments. I have one of them already, and the Warpaint is of course quite bad, so let's pick it, but it's most likely gonna be cut. Unstoppable Ogre may be an option, but I have a lot of 3-drops. Yep, this stuff is going to be left on the sideboard, and I think I will play 16 lands with the Terrarium. So that means I'm going to cut 7 cards here. Well, Kami of Industry, Dramatists, Puppet are easy first cuts in here. Then I need to cut something else. I don't think I need the Brute Suit at this point anymore. I don't think I need the Reckoner's Bargain, Crackling Emergence, Glowing Torment, and then, well, okay, that's actually only one more cut. Interesting. So how many ways do I have to modify creatures? I just want to check it out here. Well, this I guess is not very cheap one, but it still works. This doesn't... No, this doesn't modify. Well, this, I guess if I play it, I might play it though. Well, this also modifies a creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways. Oh, so the Goro Goro 5-mana activation is a thing with this amount of ways to modify my things. Now the question is, what is the final cut? What is the final cut? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's an okay amount of 2-drops. I think the Unstoppable Ogre might still be the thing I will be cutting. I'm not that sure though, because how about the Ambusher? How good is this one? So I don't have that many ways to... Well, actually, no, I have these things fly. So I have actually multiple ways to... Yeah, this thing flies. So I sort of forgot. First I thought I have no easy way to make an unblockable creature, or a creature that doesn't get blocked. But actually, because I do have the 2 Gravelighters, that's already quite a bunch, and then they have the Menace creature and the Infiltrator here. And of course, sometimes you just attack with a creature and the opponent doesn't actually block, because they don't have a good block available. Also the Hoverbike. So yeah, I should play the Mukota Ambusher. It's especially good with the Gravelighter, because returning this thing to your hand is really good, because then you get to benefit from the ETB effect again. So definitely I'm not going to cut the Ambusher. The Enormous Energy Blade is sort of interesting, because I don't have a lot of, you know, ways to you know, do something later in the game. This, even though it does tap the creature, might be my deck might be aggressive enough that it doesn't matter here. The Unstoppable Ogre, I was thinking about cutting it, but there's one good thing about it. It's a 4 power 3 drop, so it often gets blocked by, 2 drops or something like that. And then I can benefit from the card draw ability of the Grave Lighter. If I attack with this and they block it with whatever, and then I get the card. Because often you want to have the card, that's just, netting a card. Of course, sometimes the Edict effect is going to be quite useful too, but yeah, there's like a little bit of a reason to play this. I also am a slightly aggressive deck. I will play the Return to Action mostly because of the double Grave Lighter. So how it works, if this dies for whatever reason, you play the Return to Action, and then of course when it enters the battlefield, you will just draw a card. So that's pretty good. I like the Iron Apprentice here as well. Yeah, I think it's in the end going to be the Unstoppable Ogre because I like the other 3 mana things more, and the other option is the Enormous Energy Blade, but I have a 17 creatures with 1 saga, I think, so that's 18. Also a vehicle, which, a creature, so I have a lot of creatures. I might be interested in a way to enhance a creature, and this deck has the mana curve to play this thing, because the problem with the card usually is that you have to pay a total of 5 mana before it does anything, and then tapping the creature is definitely nasty as well. But in this case, I can just make this, give this to the something like a Grave Lighter or Increase Infiltrator. It's great to all this menace creature. There are multiple, all the life linkers. I have a couple of them, so. Here is the second one. So I think the Energy Blade can work here, and the Unstoppable Ogre maybe is the least impressive 3-drop in here. So I will cut that one. That will still leave me like, 11 artifacts, so the Heiko Yamazaki will definitely be good. And yes, I would like to have the second one too, but I think I took a removal spell over. Did I take a Voltage Surge or something? Oh, well, it doesn't matter, but definitely this deck could have used 2 of these. The number of samurai and borders I have here, so that is total of 2 plus 2 plus 3, so yeah, I don't even always have to attack with this itself. Now this is a border I did cut, but I think it's still the cut I'm most likely willing to make here. Alright, that's fine. So now let's add the 2 lands. I have a very good mana in this deck, because this can give me either of them. Terrarium gets me either a basic, so I will add 7 plus 7 pretty easily. Well, 10 and 10. Double casters, well, only for black, but it's really not it's only a 4-drop, so this is very easily going to be even mana base in terms of lands. So that's a total of 9 ways to get either of these colors from the lands alone, and then the terrarium will be a 10th way to get either of them, so really good mana. I like the deck quite a bit. I don't have a lot of removal, but these edicts can happen sometimes, and you don't always need to have a lot of removal. This has a good game plan, I think. Slightly aggressive, some value engines, and well, let's see how it goes. Okay, that is a fine hand. Oh, this return to action actually nice synergize with the Iron Apprentice. It will die, give it a counter, and then it will return with another counter. But of course I do need another creature for that, but now that I drew a land, I can easily just have here, make this produce black because of the Twisted Embrace in my hand. I can get rid of that 2-drop if I need to. I could ambush here. Is that worth it? I kind of don't like it, because it seems like they might have something, and it's better to just play the 3-drop here anyway. Of course, that could be like a Tamiya safekeeping, it can be a pump spell or whatever. But it could be, I mean, of course, the only thing that they could have that kills this is the deal 4 damage to an attacking or blocking creature. So, okay, they have a careful cultivation. So I have a Twisted Embrace if they have something big now. Also, I can use this and sacrifice the Apprentice if I really want to. But let's see now, they have access to 4 mana. 4 mana currently. Bankbuster, not nice to see that one, but it takes some time before they get the full value out of it. This is not destroying vehicles. Alright, so how does it work now? I think it's just gonna be an attack with everything. And now I will of course ninjutsu here. And then I can play the Iron Apprentice and still leave mana for the Voltage Surge. Okay, so they have 5 mana available. If they play one big thing, Twisted Embrace will be great. And if they play several small things, Voltage Surge can probably deal with something without even me losing an artifact to sacrifice. I know I could have killed this on my turn, but I feel like at this point the 1 mana producing 1/1 isn't that, you know, problematic. I'd rather just kill a creature, especially because I can easily make it, you know, deal 4 damage by sacrificing the Iron Apprentice. So I can get rid of quite big creatures as well. So they only drew a card here, which means that well, they might maybe have something, but yes, I know I could have killed this again, but I'd rather just have my Voltage Surge for something else. So let's see what happens. If they just block the 1/1, fine. They did nothing there. Well, I have no reason to do anything either. They are down to 5. They are down to 5 now. So they need to do something better than, I mean, the only thing they did in the entire turn cycle, they're having access to 5 mana and all the cards, is draw 1 card from the Bankbuster. So do they have a third color or something? Because why would the best play they have be to draw 1 card? Now sadly I can't. Yeah, I kill this and they will. No, actually I was wrong. I can still kill because I have 5 mana now. So this is now game over. Game over. Also, well, yeah, doesn't matter how I do it. I just put this on the Mukatai Ambusher. They will crew this thing in response. Well, in response to this. Okay, they don't even care about it. But they could have still crewed a Bankbuster there, of course. But when they crew it, I'll just use my Voltage Surge, kill it, and then I still deal 7 damage to them, and they have no blockers. Okay, that is a fine hand. Of course, I do need the 3rd land, but I have 3 draw steps to find one. Although a couple of my lands enter tapped, but I mean, you are not gonna mulligan this hand. That would be crazy. I have both colors. I have a 2-drop and a 3-drop too. Yeah, what would I have to draw here to make this hand bad? I would need to draw multiple spells that cost more than 2 mana. Okay, main phase that, sure. All right. Oh, well, that's a good one. That is a very good card. How do I do it? Circuit mender, then try to ninja it up. Yeah, maybe I do that. Yeah, the 3-4 vigilance thing that keeps making 1-1s makes it so that it's gonna be very hard to connect in ground. But of course I can maybe use return to action to get rid of the thing. They have an Imperial Subduer. Okay, don't think that's a big deal. That's not a big deal either. Okay, that's a good one. I do want to... they're not gonna block the Circuit Mender, and it's a leaves the battlefield ability, so I will get my card by using the Mukocha Ambusher there. So, but I should do pre-combat, because I want to also attack with the hoverbike. I need 2 mana for the Ambusher. Well, that's really easy then. Now I have the option to... No, I don't actually have any option. No, I'll just play the Apprentice here. Attack for 4. If they block, that's even better, because with the return to action, the Circuit Mender still draws me a card, and it returns to the battlefield right away too. I don't really expect them to block with the Subduer. Why would they do that? This is going to be a Fox Monk, so not a Samurai for this thing. They're really thinking about the block there. Why would they have a block there? Yeah, I know I could... No, I'll just... Yeah, could return the hoverbike, but I just rather draw the card, please. Alright, so that's a thing I have in my deck too, at 2 copies in fact. Probably will get some value out of this. If I use the Edict mode here, yes, I have a great sacrifice in Iron Apprentice, but they have the Mothra Patrol. I don't like that. I mean, it's probably a card I... Okay, they have an arrest for... Well, that's... Well, now it's... Okay, so first of all, I can just, sacrifice this thing. So they will lose the patrol, but, well, then they lose the patrol. Sadly, no land. A land wouldn't do that much, because I don't have any other 2 mana play than the return to action. But now the question is, yeah, if I let them attack with this, they will get those 1/1 tokens, and that makes my Gravelighter much worse. I think I will have to do this now. Who's going to get the counter though? It could be the hoverbike actually. Oh, I made a mistake there. I'm not gonna sacrifice this, but then again, they are not gonna... I wasn't gonna be able to attack with it either, but I think I still shouldn't have. Well, whatever. whatever. Let's just do this now. They sack the patrol for sure, and I can try to raise them in the air. They will get ground guys, but I have 4 power in the area. I was thinking about sacrificing these and giving the counter, but of course I didn't want to do that. Okay, so do they want to attack with only the Subduer? No, they can just... No, they don't have to. They can just do that and attack with both. That's actually 10 damage and they get 1/1 token here. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. I have a Circuit Mender, so I have some time here. So I think it's not the worst yet. As long as they don't gain life themselves. Because I can do this now. I know I could play the Steelbreaker, but I do want to use the return to action. I assume they are gonna attack with both, and then I can kill the subduer. They have a... Okay, they can have that thing happen. That's definitely not great. But they would have to attack with only that. Okay, that was really bad. Because now not only I can't use my return to action, but they also get to use the... Okay, the Norika Yamazaki. That was horrible for me. Don't think I can beat them now. Because I needed my flyers here too. Because I actually had a 2-turn clock. Oh, well, maybe not without this. Okay, but yeah, anyway, I could... It doesn't matter anymore. I don't have a 2-turn clock now for sure. Do they have more enchantments? No. Yes, they do, this 5-drop, but that's just a ground guy. That isn't a big deal. How do I do this? Can I get any value from the scrap welder? Probably not, because I would need to have a sacrifice an artifact that costs more than that. But then again, okay, that's... Who's gonna... Well, I think I need to... Yeah, the fact they got the arrest is not great at all. But yeah, let's see. I mean, it depends on what they have. If they have like only lands or something, I think I have some tricks available with the Steelbreaker. I can sacrifice the Iron Apprentice, and okay, now they get a lifelink. I just said earlier that as long as they don't get lifelink, I'm in a good shape. Now they do. Yeah, this is rather horrible now. So they're gonna attack for 7, and that has 4 toughness. They actually didn't move around. Well, that's at least something, I guess. They only gain what, 5 life here now. Jeez. Alright. Okay, the Silver Samurai giving them 5 life here still is really bad. Oh, they have a Preserver there. Jeez. Look at this. Them going up to 13 means that it's gonna be very hard now. I get some value from this Circuit Mender for sure, but it's just not probably going to be enough. They have too much life and I can't deal that much damage here. This is just, I mean, I'm not gonna win this game. They're gonna gain life, they have bigger creatures, I have to jump block. It's just, I don't have the patience to continue that game. They had too much good stuff there going on. Okay, that's a good hand actually. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop here with this. Also available if I get the 4th land, which I did. Yeah, if I'm lucky I can actually get the ambusher happening with the Circuit Mender again. Didn't help me in the previous game, opponent had way too good stuff going on. I think I'll just play the Circuit. Sorry, the Steelbreaker here, because if I return the Circuit Mender I can't do anything else here. And yes, I know I could have done the Leech Gauntlet thing and then recast it, but I definitely want to return this thing. Oh, they have a counterspell. Well, that was unexpected. But I guess it's fine. That dies. Land would be great now. That would be amazing. And I got it. Okay, this is really good stuff now. If they play one big creature, I can just play Gravelighter, sacrifice the Mender, and they sacrifice their thing, I get to draw a card. And they're already down to 11 here. They have not done much here. They can bounce the Ambusher, which is not even that great because I get to do the thing again. Are they gonna jump block with that thing? Or, well, it doesn't matter really, I just, do this. And, yep, ambush it again. So this is a black, sure. How much value can you get out of one circuit mender? Quite a bit. Yep. Let's do it. I also have a 36 life here. Okay, that's a 3-3 now. Not a big deal. Exile a creature. So if I exile this, I still get to draw a card. Sure. And now, of course, I have multiple options. I think my option is still just to play the Mukocha Ambusher. Oh, this is a ninja though. Because of course I could play Twisted Embrace, get rid of either of these things, and then, well, of course it would be the Silver Master. And then this is just a 2-2, and this would attack as a 4-3, but that's just unnecessary when I can do better stuff. They will trade with the Ambusher, I get to card draw here, then I can play this, because I do have 7 mana available, so... Or are they going to... Well, I don't care if they don't. If they take 3 here, that's totally fine. That would mean that I probably won't play the Gravelighter this turn. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Nope. Nope, doesn't matter which blocks there really. And now I will get a card here. And then I can play the Heiko Yamazaki here. How many cards did I draw in this game? A couple from the Circuit Mender, 1 from the Gravelighter. All these are, extra cards. So this will tap the creature when this becomes attached, so I can't do anything with this on the next turn, but of course on the following turn it's gonna be better. So they're gonna use Kotos to exile something here. They can cast it. They see my hand. Well, I'm gonna kill the Kotos, of course, with the Twisted Embrace. I don't think there's anything with 1 black mana that can, interfere with that. So they get to see my hand and they can all that. I guess I'll pause for that. Okay, now they did the thing, and probably just there's no Russian here. Oh, Kami's Flare. Do I have a win here? If I do the Twisted Impress, I think I might have win. Yes, because now I have a modified creature. And they take 2 and then I attack for 6. Well, that works. Plus I could have attacked for 7 actually with the Gravelighter and Prowler. Well, that was very, very easy. I almost got to 40 life. Well, if I wanted to, I could have gone to lay a lifelink here to 43. Another reasonable starting hand. So this can give haste if I... So if I play this on turn 2, then I can play this and give it haste on turn 3. That's an option I want to have available at least. Or I can just play the Goshintai, but let's see what they have. Double striker. Well, that's that means I'm not going to do any hasty business here. So I'm gonna play the Goshintai. So if they attack, I'll just try to block with this thing. Of course, they will have a trick most likely in that case. I don't think they're gonna trade them, but I make them use their trick. And then, okay, guide, but well, that means I'm not going to block, and also it means I need to kill the... I would really like to kill the... Oh, well, let's see. What does this mean? No, I'm gonna kill the double strike for sure. And I'm going to just... Now it is tempting to put the embrace on the Goro Goro here. Because then I can attack for 5 here. But then if this guy gets killed... Well, I guess if the other guy gets killed, it's my only... this is tough actually. I don't have the double red even. I mean, I don't have the 5 lands, but I would need to have specifically a red source. Okay, let's do it like this. I just want to attack for 5 here. I don't think they're gonna start using 4 mana to, you know, draw cards here. If they did that, I would be very happy about it. That's arrested now. Well, if that's their turn, I'm fine with that. And now I can just Grave Lighter if I really want to. This can't use abilities or anything. So I think... Yeah, I will use the Grave Lighter because I can then Nezumi Prowler it on the following turn. There is the option just to play the Steelbreaker though. But I like the idea of having the flyer around here. Yeah. I won't have mana up for the return to action because I definitely will use this ping effect here. Because they are at low life total now, they need to deal with this stuff. Trainee, well that can block the... Well, first of all, the Nezumi Prowler is actually quite good with the first striker, so I should attack. I mean, I could use the Voltage Surge here, but it's just too good value to, I mean, let them make the block with the trainee. Because first strike and death touch is obviously good. I mean, they might make him think that I make a mistake here. I forgot this pump effect here, but of course I don't. And do I wanna? Don't think it matters. So this enters the battlefield, gives this thing lifelink and death touch, so it will just work like this. And they conceded. And post-combat, what would I even do here? I probably would post-combat just play the Grave Lighter and draw my card from it. They would be down to, what, 9 here? Yeah, that would be great. I go first, but I have my third land and a red source in here. Also, if they have something with 1 toughness, the life of Toshiro Umezawa will be pretty good. And yeah, I could be greedy and wait until, you know, I get like a... They have another 1 toughness creature, but if I get to just kill that thing for free and then I will gain what, 2 life and then have a 2-3, all this for 2 mana, that is amazing already. Plus now they couldn't play a 1 toughness creature even if they had. And here I can just get my mountain and play the Simian Sling. Which went away. I have the Goro Goro, but I have still a means to, you know, have a modified creature in the terrarium here. So here it's just play the Goshin. I have 2 blockers now, so I don't think they can draw cards with that thing. Removal isn't enough. If they enhance this somehow, so yeah, that might... Well, let's first see what they have. That dies. Okay, they still can't attack. Oh, well, they can. Well, that was... I guess they get the card back from me getting the 2 for 1 with my own thing. Alright, so... Oh, I can Mukot. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh, the problem is they will get to draw a card. So that is because I can attack with the Memory of Toshiro, of course. Then I can ninja it away. And then kill the Disruptor. But then that will use all my mana. Other option is just to play the Infiltrator and the Goro Goro. It's a tough one. I think for now I will prefer this way. Or then again, if I get to kill this, they get to draw a card. Is that... Then I can attack with the 5 power lifelinker on the next turn. I have 1 timeout. This is actually a tough one. Not a big... So they get to... I get to kill this for free. They get to have a card. That's how it would be. Oh... No, I just don't like it. I don't like it. This is better. And I won't be attacking here. I don't want to, of course. Them to draw a card. And yes, if they deal with the Infiltrator and you know, reconfigure the Disruptor, they will get another card, but then they will have to have the means to do that. They also might be interested in killing the Goro Goro here, because it will threaten... Yeah, okay, they don't have the reconfigure one. Now sadly my... yeah, the Memory of Toshiro doesn't do much now. Okay, so how to do it? I don't like that they had both the kill spell and a way to enhance this creature. I was really looking to kill it for free. This ender is tapped. Yeah. Okay, I don't like this at all. Don't like it at all. I need to use mana on the Infiltrator. Should I just... I'll just do it like this. If they continue having more interaction... Yeah, the Acquisition Octopus is the problem here. There's nothing else. I could raise the opponent and all that, but I can't let them have cards. So let's see if they have yet another piece of interaction here. They don't. So let's see how this goes. As long as they don't get to deal with the... Oh, come on. Yep, they're getting their cards. That really is. The Acquisition Octopus. Okay, they for some reason choose to attack in the air here. Why? They could have attacked for 4. Well, anyway, the cards are the more important thing. So now I need to... Oh, come on. I get to kill the beetle for free, but I get to draw a card each turn now. There's nothing I can do about it. Wow. I mean, you can't win an opponent who draws 2 cards a turn when it's so even otherwise. It's impossible. I need to draw my removal spells like immediately, and they even got rid of the Goro. So I don't have my bomb rare to win, and they have a mirror. Okay, well. That's it. I'm not beating when I can't attack in the ground, and they can just continue drawing extra cards each turn. Opponent does mulligan once. I will keep this, of course. It's a very decent hand. I would rather draw the third land naturally, but if I must, I will of course just use a turn for that. I think my second turn play will be the Goro most likely still. The opponent kept, I think, 6 cards. Alright, well there is the third land. That's really decent. Circuit Mender into Ambusher is a possibility once again. What's this sleeve? Very cool. Very cool sleeve. So another black-red deck. With no plays so far, but they did mulligan. Yeah, I can't use the haste in any reasonable way. Okay, so what are they gonna have here? Now they have a synthesizer, which is gonna exile a land for value. How about the... Okay, Terrarium. So I get to do my ambush head thing again. And then I can use the 2 remaining mana for the... Well, actually... Oh, they have 3rd color there. So can I haste up? I guess I can. Because what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna ambush the Circuit Mender for sure. That leaves me 2 mana for this turn. I could play the Terrarium, but I could play the Sling as well. Although if I actually do want to hit my land drops, I might draw a land from this thing, but it's not for sure. Maybe the 1 damage here is not worth it. Alright, it's not. So I am going to just do like this. Okay, now that I didn't draw a land, I will be playing the Terrarium here. Swamp. And this thing is a samurai. I don't have anything yet in my graveyard, but it does work with Heiko Yamazaki. So they have their blue mana now. So let's see what's gonna happen next. They need to kill the Goro at some point. Not quite yet. I don't have the mana to do all that stuff. So they have 1 black mana up. I don't think it's gonna save this. But this can of course get an extra point of toughness. That's the thing. So how do I do it? Yeah, I don't... Well, I guess I do have... If I'm willing to sacrifice the Simian Sling, which I might be, because I can give this a counter, and then if they block and sacrifice, I can still respond with the Voltage Surge. But I need to have an artifact for that, because then of course I don't have the Terrarium anymore. So if I play the Simian Sling pre-combat, that allows me to do that, I think. But I also can do, I can just, you know, have the sling on the ambusher. Then it's a 5-4, so they will only trade if they block. Now that is something too. Okay, let's do it. Let's save the Voltage Surge for now. They are at a fairly low life total. So, yeah, they can sacrifice the Terrarium here now. And it's fine. Sling says that the creature deals damage. Yeah. Oh, they actually only jump blocked. Alright, so what does that mean? Maybe you are already dead. That's what it means. Okay. I still have my Simian Sling, which will be able to, you know, modify a creature, which makes the Goro Goro able to produce a dragon token. Not on the next turn though, because this needs 5 mana and this reconfigure is 2. But if the opponent can't find a kill on the Goro Goro, it's gonna be nasty. Okay, that's going to die somehow. I think the Heiko Yamazaki is just too much. I can get my Circuits Mender back, of course, myself. And now I can do this, and next turn I can get a token. If I want to. I mean, assuming this survives, but now it's modified itself. And then it's only 5 mana. Onicult Anvil. Okay, they didn't go for the experimental synthesizer, but they are, of course, I mean, they can still sacrifice it for the Anvil, but then they don't get the 2/2 token, because currently they don't even have a block on the Goro Goro that, you know, makes it die. So, but now they do, because they have, yes, they do have a 2/4. So that's interesting now. How should I do this turn? Twisted Embrace would have been good. Well, maybe not that amazing, because that wouldn't have allowed me to get my flying token. So I would only trade the Goro Goro on the 1/1. Probably not worth it. I think I should play the Steelbreaker, haste it up, have it as a 5. Yeah, they can... Yeah, I like it. I like that idea. Even if they jump block, the Simian Sling makes them take 1 damage anyway. And next turn now I can attack without risking losing the Goro Goro. They can anvil that thing away, but they don't get a token on my turn. They get the life drain though. But now they need to find something on the Goro Goro. This is going to be the turn when they actually need to find something. Well, I guess killing the Simian Sling would work too. But I have a secondary plan here with the Heiko Yamazaki. I can get my artifacts back from the graveyard. So they chose to find an Upriser Renegade, which is not going to work to prevent my dragons from happening. Okay, a fourth color. Does that help them? I only need to have a modified attacking creature and 5 mana, which I will be able to have if the current state of the game is going to maintain. So yeah, I don't know what the blue and green is for. It seems like it's mostly black and red. I haven't seen anything than black and red cards here. So they are thinking about it. If they want to use the anvil, they should do it now, because that allows them... No, actually that's not the case. They already got the 1/1 token out of it. So there's no point using it, because they sacrificed the synthesizer and it gives only 1 per turn. So they do have a side. Why did they take so much time to think about that? It seems like that was the most... I mean, what the heck? They had a kill spell on the Goro Goro and they just were thinking about what to do with it. Maybe they were thinking about if they should, you know, block or not. Either way, the return to action is pretty good. So, this is a warrior, so I can do this. And I can get me a... pretty good attack in here, and I will use the return to action. I'm assuming they're going to jump block it, so I'm gonna take the Terrarium instead of the 3-drop, because that allows me to play the Terrarium post-combat anyway. So they're gonna use the Renegade and the 2/2 token here, and okay, oh, they can just do that, which is just totally fine as well. They take 1 damage anyway. Okay, they chose to block with the 2/2. Alright, I don't need to use the return to action, but what I can do is just play this, and I want to save this for removal anyway. Now I know they are top decking, but that doesn't mean they are not able to draw a kill spell. So I'm not going to use this for the counter right now. I'm gonna use the return to action as a potential way to save Heiko Yamazaki. They can sacrifice that to trigger to get their life load drain here, but that's not really a lot. And next time I can have a Circuit Mender or the Mukota Ambusher. It's gonna be the Circuit Mender, because that draws me a card. Yeah, I can take 3 here. I know I could block with this and then use the return to action, but that's not worth doing. Alright, so let's play that thing. This thing has trample, so that's kind of interesting, but because that would not allow them to use the jump blocker that effectively. So I have 9 mana here, which means if I move this around, I guess I can just give this a counter, because they don't have a way to kill this if it has 4 toughness, and then I can also just eat the Artificer. Well, I don't know really. I guess I'll just attach this on the Heiko Yamazaki, and I'm gonna give it a counter too, and then I'm gonna get my Circuit Mender here. And they're gonna take 5 points of trample damage. And now I can still play the Circuit Mender and leave the return to action up. That's what is the good stuff, and I'm not playing the Leech Gauntlet here. Now they are in a bit of a trouble here. Yeah, I wonder what the green and green and blue is for. Alright. I know I could sacrifice the circuit mender pre-combat and return it. Well, that does draw me a card. Yeah, with the return to action, I should just do it like this. I think they're gonna kill it now, but I will be able to deal with, I guess, with the Artificer. And then I can do this and make them go down to 3 now. There's no white mana, so there's no exile everything rat effect possible. Now that's pretty much... I could have just started attacking with everything without caring about the samurai triggers anymore at that point. Well, another decent hand. Assuming it gets the third land, you know, at some point. But I do have a lot of 2 mana plays here. Even drew another one. Circuit Mender, how do I deal with that? If it was anything else with 3 toughness, I would just attack with my Leech Gauntlet into it, and then finish it off with the Life of Toshiro Umezawa. Now it's a little bit different. Now I know I can do this, you know, pre-combat. Give it +2/+2 and attack, continue attacking here. I think I will choose to just use the hoverbike. I don't want them to ninja this thing away. Definitely don't want them to ninja that thing away, so I'll just tap it. Tap it, and then next turn I can have the Grave Lighter, for instance. Let's see if I ever get to use the Energy Blade. Okay, I have to sack or discard. I do like the Energy Blade here. I don't wanna... I guess I could sacrifice the hoverbike because I need to tap it down. I'm gonna tap some creatures of mine. Because I will use the Grave Lighter and make them sacrifice this. They get to have a card, but whatever. Point is that if I sacrifice a creature, then I need to still sacrifice something else for the Grave Lighter here. Maybe it just is the Energy Blade, but I'd like it quite a bit. Can make this into a massive creature. I think I still discard the Energy Blade. I don't like it, but I feel like the grave lighter is what I want to have here. Although I guess I can have the circuit mender now and sacrifice that for the long reach of night. I do want to have a blocker for this thing just in case. Ah, this is tough. I just don't want them to get any. I guess I'll just do the grave lighter here. And I will sacrifice the hover bike. And then I will sacrifice the iron apprentice for the long reach of night. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the optimal way to do things, but that's how I did it. Okay, I'm gonna put a counter on the Leech Gauntlet because I'd rather, I mean, if they have a removal on a 2-2, I'd rather them kill the ground guy. Yeah, that's totally fine. Totally fine way to do things now. Counter here, attack for 6. Okay. Twisted Embrace can deal with something that's only an 0-4 in defense. I don't care about it attacking. Doesn't even get a lot of power currently. But the opponent is sitting with 6 cards in their hand. The more interaction they have, the worse it's for me. Okay, that's Guideboat is okay. Now this is actually allowed to attack, but I think they're probably gonna block with it. I don't think they're gonna use the Guideboat on the next turn, just tapping 4 mana, because I think the Guardians of Oboro is what's gonna be dealt with now. I can kill this later on with the Life of Toshiro Umezawa, but they are now tapped out also. I should do this. And this time I'm gonna enhance the flyer. They have to take 7 now or jump block with either of those creatures. Okay, so now they must have something on the grave lighter, but they also need to have something on the Leech Gauntlet. The grave lighter is actually threatening lethal with the +2/+2 here, so opponent has to be able to attack. Okay, now they have a ninja. That's a bounce ninja, probably. That is going to cost them 3 mana though. Okay, just a Moon Circuit Hacker. Well, that's they can draw a card. The thing that's gonna limit them a little bit more is the amount of mana they have available. I don't think they're gonna recast this anytime soon because it doesn't really contribute anything. They need to deal with the stuff I have. And if they tap out on something that doesn't fly or block flyers, they will just lose. Okay, so they definitely have something, so I can't really use the Toshiro Umezawa thing now. I'm just gonna attack and see what they have. Could be a Tamiya's completion. Okay, tap down my things. Sure. So let's play this thing. Let's play this thing. Not sure if it's too smart here, but I kind of feel like I'm gonna... Because I can make this into a 4-3 attacker, that's the thing. It's gonna be relevant to chapter 2 here, unless they have something... Well, I guess they can make this into a 1-5 with the Guidebot, but, well... Yeah, well, I don't think it's such a big deal. If they are gonna tap 4 mana to play the guide, but because they still have to deal with these things, but once they untap, they won't be untapping next turn, but they will soon after that. And of course my deck still has a lot of good draws. I still have another Grave Lighter, I have the 2-drop Flying Ninja, of course I have my Goro Goro here, I have even the regular creatures are gonna be fine here. Of course the Samurai is good, getting this high speed hoverback back would be quite nice. Opponent is now thinking about something, could be a Twisted Embrace actually, dealing with the Grave Lighter, that's actually one very good, this would be a 1/5, it could block this even if it gets +2/+2, and then they deal with my Grave Lighter. Yeah, that Twisted Embrace would be very decent. Okay, that's not it though, so they're gonna make that. Oh, but that's also meaning that they are gonna lose the guideboard on the -1/-1. Yeah, that's what they were thinking, they didn't want to do it, but otherwise they were forced to jump block. With the return to action, I could kill the Animus of Night's Reach, but I don't think it's necessary. Plus, I want to actually save it. I want to save it for the, you know, to save things like a Grave Lighter here. Yeah, they might go for the Ninja's Kunai on the Grave Lighter, and well, that's gonna still cost 1 to equip and 1 to use the ability. They have a lot of cards, but they have only 5 lands here. So the amount of lands they have is 5 out of 17 cards drawn, so that's a fairly low amount of them. Okay, so how do they do it? This is not lethal yet, although it will be with the return to action, but I'm not too interested in casting this when they have open mana. They can't really tap this down either. They need to have it as a blocker. Okay, that's a 2/4. Oh, I don't have the 7 mana which I would require here, but I can make my guys have haste, so I think this is just the game 1 now. Yep, it is. Because the Toshiro thing is also going to be having haste now. They can block 2 guys and then they can kill the Grave Lighter. That still means they will lose 4. I mean, that is gonna be lethal. I'm wondering if I should. I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna let this happen, and now they are gonna take Steel 4 here. Yep. Because they were tapped out, so there was no reason to cast this. Okay, first time I'm actually seeing the Peerless Samurai. This is a fine hand. I can play this turn 2, this turn 3, so not the greatest hand, but I'm not gonna go down to 6 cards here. Yeah, you don't like to see this, because this is, I mean, on the draw against the Kumano faces Kage-san, assuming they have a 2 mana play here, yeah, so, well, it's not a 2 mana play, but it's still a 2 to flyer now. And sadly, I just drew lands here. Actually, I did draw 2 swamps here, that's as bad as it can be. So now I'm gonna take actually 4 damage already. This could be a quickly over, but that's how it goes when you are on the draw against the turn 1, this thing, yeah. This is just game over already. I can tell you there's no way I can save myself here. There is no way, because this is gonna make them deal, what, 6 again. I'm down to 7 now. I'm down to 5 now. And yeah, well, I'm taking 4 in the air. Sure, I can. It's gonna be quickly over, so I can just do this. But they will attack with the patrol, and then I will go down to 1, and then I have to have the Gravy Lighter, which can, in theory, still. Okay. No, that doesn't even work now, because I could have blocked with the Gravy Lighter, you know, that 4-3, and then make it into a, you know, this into a. Also have the counter here, but none of this matters because they have what else they have. That was a very fast game. That's how a white-red deck works, but I mean, I had a slow start. I have a bunch of early games available in their deck, and they had the Kumano faces Kagasan into curving out with the Portrait of Michiko or the Michiko's Reign of Truth, which is of course an amazing card. So they had just a perfect draw against my one of the slowest draws here, and they were on the play. So that's how it sometimes goes. So I got to 5 wins. I think the deck was quite good, but all the the losses were just I just had no chance in the ones. Of course, 2 of them were like early concessions, but they were early concessions of games that would have ended up be losing anyway. I knew there's no sequence of draws I could have there in either of those games to come back and win. Otherwise, yeah, the Grave Lighter really good. I never got to equip this, but I think in this deck it makes sense. It does have good because this is more of an aggressive deck, and having +4/+0 on some of these creatures can really matter, especially when you get to have a lifelinker or a first striker or a menace guy or a flyer, which I had quite a few here. So yeah, fine deck, a fine result, and let's claim the prize. Next one will be a traditional draft whenever it comes. As you have noticed, I haven't really uploaded that actively lately because I haven't really felt like drafting, but I will have the occasional draft, and I will have all of those on my channel. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.